Hello everyone, my name is Emma Lawrence. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we're going to look at teaching preschool children to swim. It's a very exciting time and I bet you're eager to get in the water with your child. Of course, these tips don't replace formal learn to swim lessons. I encourage all parents to get down to their local swim school and enroll in lessons today. It's never too late to start, so get to your local swim school and have fun learning to swim. Parental involvement is a distinguishing feature of Laurie Lawrence Swim School and something that we're really proud of. Within our swim school, we insist that parents stay in the water with their child until they turn 4. Why do we think that this is so important? Basically, it creates a safe and secure learning environment for each and every child. The child learns that if they want to go swimming, they have to swim with mum or dad, and the parent learns how to interact safely with their child in the water. It's also important that the parent is there and they can be an advocate and a voice for their child. The swimming lesson also provides the perfect bonding opportunity. So within the swimming lesson and with the parent there, we're able to have eye contact, we're able to have physical contact, we're able to have exercise together as a family. And here, this bonding opportunity is one-on-one dedicated time with your child. Of course, having the parent in the water also allows us to have maximum practice time in the lesson. So there's no sitting around, there's no waiting for turns. The children are moving throughout the entire swimming lesson. This maximum practice time also allows us to have faster skill acquisition. So children are learning to swim faster. And of course, the education of the parent is really important to us because the parents are the ones that are taking their children to the friends pool, the beach, or other aquatic water experiences. And we want the parent to be educated and knowledgeable as much as possible on the Learn to Swim journey. When teaching preschool children to swim, you may notice that they have increased capabilities to follow instructions, and this could result in a really effective lesson and could be quite exciting for most parents and teachers. Another consideration for preschool age children is you may observe that they're actually able to identify or understand their own personal limitations and boundaries. So that is really good because children of this stage may actually start to learn a respect for the water, or you may observe that they're learning a respect for the water. Of course, supervision and being in a position to respond quickly is essential for preschool children. We cannot become complacent with our supervision with children of this age, okay? I want to reinforce to you that accidents happen quickly and the adult or the caregiver must be in a position to respond quickly. Teaching swimming to any age or any stage follows certain basic progressions. So I'm going to outline them for you today. The first one is water familiarization. Now, water familiarization is important because that's how children become relaxed in the water and adults even become relaxed in the water. Water familiarization, breath control. So learning to hold your breath, that's really important so that children can submerge their own face, okay? Water familiarization, breath control, submersion. So first going underwater, and this is really exciting when children take their first underwater experience or have their first underwater experience. Very often we want children to initiate this first submersion on their own. So we want them, if we built it up by using breath control and water familiarization, submersion should be easy. Floating. Floating is the basis of all Learn to Swim, so it's probably the most important element in the Learn to Swim process. You want to make sure that you're mastering prone floating, so floating on your stomach, or back floating, floating on your back. After floating, that's when we introduce propulsion. So that's using either our arms or legs, or even when the children are young, little wriggles to propel or move them through the water. With this, water safety skills, they underpin everything that we do. So the water safety skills and learning about those things are really vital in the Learn to Swim process. And of course, independent mobility, where children are then at the stage where they're able, or adults are at the stage where they're learning to breathe. And that breathing can either be through pop-up breathing, where you're breathing to the front, you might be breathing to the side, or you might even be rolling onto your back to breathe. So let's just recap them again. The Learn to Swim progressions: water familiarization, breath control, submersion, floating, propulsion, water safety skills that underpin everything, and our learning to breathe. They are what I like to think of as the Learn to Swim progressions, and something that we can consider for children and adults of any age. Why is the monkey skill important? Basically, the monkey skill enables children to navigate around the perimeter of the pool, and this is really important in case they need to get out of the pool in an emergency situation. So navigating around and monkeying the perimeter of the pool and finding either steps or a ladder or whatever it is a great way to keep children safe. Climbing out of the pool is something that children will learn at their own individual pace. You may find that a really clever, strong toddler finds it very easy to climb out of the pool, or you may find that children of preschool age are only just learning this activity. Again, it's up to the individual child and for them to succeed at their individual pace. With climbing out of the pool, obviously it's an important water safety skill because children learn how to climb out if they don't have access to steps or a ladder. We usually encourage the children by telling them simple instructions like elbow, elbow, tummy, knee, knee. We find that that's a really effective way to teach children to climb out of the pool safely. Generally, teaching backfloating to preschool age children is easier. Okay, the preschool age child is more willing to follow instructions and they're less likely to be scared or unsure of certain situations. So you may find backfloating during this preschool age to be really easy to teach. Of course, we still never force and we find ways for backfloating to be fun, but you may be able to experiment with things like floating on your shoulder or floating on a shallow ledge. You may even get children to float while holding a kickboard. Or really clever kids might be able to float unaided on their back with their head out of the water. Okay, independent backfloating, really fun and a really safe activity for children to learn.
So now she can float, we're going to ask her to kick. Harper, put your hands on the wall. Good, feet up there. We're going head back, tummy up, little kicks. Head back, tummy up, little kicks. Ready? And little kicks. So the parent can help, little fast kicks. And you can actually get them in your slipstream, little kicks. See how she's in my slipstream and I'm just walking backwards, little kicks, little kicks. Little kicks, so I'm showing her what it's like to move through the water. Little kicks, tummy up, little kicks, tummy up, little kicks. Good. Back float. And she's going to come in my slipstream. Little kicks, tummy up, little kicks, in my slipstream. And I'm teaching her what it feels like to move through the water. Little kicks, faster, faster, faster. Yay! We did it! And I'm using keywords to trigger her so she knows what to do. Good job. Tummy up and little kicks. Let's go again. You don't want your cap? Alright. Hold on. I've got the fish. I'm putting him up here on my head. You're going to chase him. Ready? Hold on. You're going to chase him. Feet on the wall. Head back. Head back. Push. Push. Good girl. And I'm assisting her a little bit. Little kicks. She's in my slipstream. Little kicks. Little kicks. Tummy up. Keep coming. Keep coming, little mermaid. Tummy up. Little kicks. Little kicks. Good girl. Fast kicking. Fast kicking. Tummy up. Oh. Little kicks. Little kicks. Little fast kicks. Little fast kicks. So you can see she's starting to get a real feel for it. Little kicks, little kicks, little fast kicks, straight legs. Woo! But remember, good technique. Talk to them about little fast kicks. Good job.
Why do you think propulsion on the back is so very important?
Kicking on the back is so important because obviously children need to learn how to move through the water and recover and go back to safety. But another key thing to remember is kicking on the back is actually a lot easier for children to keep their legs straight and develop that good... Fishy. Yeah, there's Fishy. That good kick.
Fishy.
Go and get him. Go and get him.
I was taking him up.
Like I was saying, developing that freestyle kick as well, because when the children are on their back, you'll notice that they're able to keep a nice straight-legged kick, which is what we want for freestyle.
Because the preschool child has a lot more physical strength, we shouldn't see them dropping into that vertical position as much when they're learning to swim and breathe. They should have pretty good coordination and strength for them to move from this position to the horizontal position. Of course, if you see children struggling, you really need to reinforce those propulsive skills. So remember, physical manipulation of the kicks, physical manipulation of the paddles so that the children can move easily from the vertical position back into the horizontal position. There's so many things that we can teach preschool children in the swimming lesson. But if I had to pick a top 5 things of what I would focus on in the Learn to Swim lesson, what would they be? I think number 1 would be floating, both prone floating or streamline floating. How's my streamline? And also back floating. Remember, floating is the basis of all Learn to Swim. If children learn to float and relax in the water, any propulsive skills that they use will be nice and relaxed and smooth and propel them easily through the water. Whereas though if children don't learn to float, they're really stiff, and this actually, it doesn't promote effective propulsion through the water. So floating is the basis of all Learn to Swim. I would definitely have that as a lesson focus. What else would I do? Once they've got floating, I'd really work on kicks and paddles, so the propulsive skills and lots of manipulation. Remember, children of this age are just starting to create or generate effective propulsion and good coordination of their motor skills. So this manipulation and this repetition is going to be really important for the preschool child. From there, what else would I do? I would definitely teach the children to swim and roll on their back to take a breath, because this is a vital safety skill. So if children have got the ability to swim, roll on their back, swim, roll on their back, that makes them increasingly safer, not safe, but safer in the water. So I would do that. What else would I do? Swimming and breathing, so that pop-up breathing, I would focus on that as well, because that is another way that children are mobile and independent in the water. So that would be another great thing to focus on. And finally, the last thing that I would work on with children, the preschool age child, is I would be working on getting them used to following instructions and working together as a group. Because remember, this is the last stage where I've got the parents in the water with me, assisting me with the delivery of my lesson. So basically, we're preparing the students or the little swimmers for activities without their parents. The parent's still there to guide them, but they're preparing them for when the parent hops out of the pool. I think they would be the main things I would focus on. Like I said, there's so much we can teach them, but if I had to pick a top 5, I think that's what they would be. Thank you so much for joining me today and learning about how to teach preschool children to swim. I've had a lot of fun. I hope you have too. Now remember, these online tutorials, these videos that I've put together for you, they're not designed to replace formal Learn to Swim lessons. I want to encourage all parents to get down to their local swim school and enroll in lessons today. Learning to swim is a gift for life. It really is swimming for fun, fitness, health and safety, and I hope you and your child can enjoy swimming together. Remember our motto, kids alive, do the 5.